A $5 billion expansion project is being proposed for the resort's World Casino in Queens.
Yeah, more than 200 affordable housing units will be going up down the road in Hillside, Queens. We're here to discuss how Queens residents will benefit from all of this economic development is Borough President Donovan Richards. We asked him to come in studio, and he delivered. Here he is in the flesh.
Happy Monday.
Good to see you.
One less hour.
One less hour. We're all like kind of getting going on a Monday, right? Before we talk about the affordable housing, because that is a huge topic, this was a massive weekend of rain and wind. Any big issues to report in Queens?
Same issues, same outliers, Howard Beach, parts of the Rockaways, Hamilton Beach. I was just down in Connecticut on Friday touring their hurricane barrier, which is something I want to see replicated in parts of Queens as well.
Okay.
We also wanted to get an update on the migrant shelter that was found in Richmond. Any update on that, and how were the residents impacted in that area?
Well, I wouldn't call it a shelter. This was an individual who was making $300 off of one individual a month at the expense of the housing crisis we find ourselves in. But this is part of the unintended consequences, I believe. Once the mayor enacted that 30-day rule that you have to leave shelter, obviously people don't want to have to reshuffle their lives every 30 days. So I think we were just scratching the surface there. I think you're going to find a lot more of these illegal housing units across the city.
Let's talk about what's happening on the subways, right? This is a big topic of conversation. I interviewed Chief Kemper over the weekend for Picks on Politics about these bag checks in the station. And he was saying it was more of a deterrent rather than, actually finding things in people's bags. What are your thoughts overall on the National Guard coming in, the bag checks, when you look at the subway systems?
Well, the question is it really a deterrent? Are the individuals committing some of these crimes actually even carrying bags at the end of the day? And what we really have to do is address the underlying issues around mental health, around housing. And the reason people are surfing these subways in the first place is because we have a shelter system that is unsafe as well. So, and in a lot of cases, you find that these shelters are supposed to provide mental health resources to individuals in need of housing and other services, and they're not. So this is an indictment on the entire system, I say, and the National Guard is not going to fix this issue.
There's been this topic about bail reform, though, right? Because of what's happening with the subways and what happened on Long Island. Do you think bail reform needs to be looked at?
No, I think that what needs to happen is, and once again, you can't incarcerate your way out of these issues. Some of these individuals could be reprimanded back into a jail system that also isn't offering the services as well. So it's just a revolving door, and that's what you see. People aren't getting the mental health services they even need in Rikers Island at this moment. So this is an indictment, once again, on our entire system. Until we invest in the things that matter, we're going to keep having these same conversations. And there is no National Guard with an M16 in the subway system that could fix this issue.
All right, now let's talk about something that a lot of folks say is positive, something positive happening in Queens, and that's the $5 billion casino expansion project at Resorts World. So where does it stand right now? I mean, you have Nas supporting this too, shouting out this whole project.
Let's go. Nas, as Nas said, Queens get the money.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see the dice roll here, certainly again. Resorts World has already been a great partner. Thousands of jobs online, many of them union jobs. If you work at McDonald's at Resorts World, you're in a union job. So this is not just about a job, actually. I'll rephrase that. It's about a career and creating upward mobility for communities. So between the open space, between the opportunities of housing, more games. I'm not a big proponent of gambling, but I'll say much of that money is going into our education system, billions of dollars. So we want to see those investments back in Queens. And it's one of the reasons why Queens' unemployment rate is down at 4.4%. When I came in the office, we're at somewhere around 26%.
Wow.
So projects like this will only enhance and ensure that we're creating upward mobility and careers for Queens residents.
There's a lot of competition with the areas of a new casino.
There's no competition. Queens is winning all around. I mean, soccer stadium, we produced more housing units than any other borough the last 2 years, and more economic opportunities happening in our backyard, even with the redevelopment of JFK Airport, $19 billion. I get to co-chair that redevelopment effort as well. So I don't think there's any real competition with these other outer boroughs, especially Manhattan.
But what about the investment needed in affordable housing, though?
Well, this is going to be a continuous fighting. I know today I read the State Senate is coming out with a package of bills to address this, but we are in Queens moving ahead aggressively between the rezoning on Jamaica, between Long Island City. Once again, we produce more housing units than any other borough.
So are there new developments that you're breaking ground on?
Well, yes. I mean, we just announced over 200 units in downtown Jamaica, but we are entertaining 2 massive rezonings, which are going to bring thousands of units online. And then with the Willards Point Dale, which is snaking its way through the ULURP process, that's going to be the largest affordable housing development in the city's history in 40 years.
Yeah, the reason I asked about the breaking ground is because, and it's what you do. You know, a lot of folks make the announcements of the affordable housing, but then we don't know when the ground's being broken and when the anticipation of it being done is.
No, I think you will see shovels in the ground.
Okay.
I am big on that. Hard hats.
Yeah.
If you come to my office, you'll see plenty. So there's a lot of work that continues to be done in this space, but I'll say that there's more in the pipeline for Queens, even as we wait for 421A to be looked at by Albany again, tenant protections, which are also important, and also upward mobility with these good union jobs that really provide an opportunity for us to move people out of poverty as well. So there's a lot of opportunity, but we need Albany to get its act together this year while they fiddle their thumbs with this 421A. That's a unit that is not being built for everyday residents who need it in New York City and Queens.
You know, we know you're a very busy man, so we are so appreciative of you coming in this morning.
Well, great to see you both.
Why do you have so many hard hats in the office?
Because
He's
if
building,
you're not building, what are you here for?
they
You
build it,
I
they
mean,
won't
get the
come.
shovels in the ground.
Right. Okay. All right.
All right, Borough President, thanks again.